What's the number one thing you should do to increase profits without working more? In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to reveal that one thing so that you can increase your profits without spending more time. My name is Erica Leary, and small business owners and entrepreneurs hire me to find hidden profits inside their businesses using my simple 5-step power profit formula so they don't have to spend more on advertising. In every single episode, I'm going to give you an actionable tactic or two that you can immediately implement that will attract more clients and give you an advantage over your competition. If you stay and watch the video till the end, drop me a line and I will send you a copy of my book, 45 and 45, so you can get even more ideas to save time and increase your profits in your business. So let me show you how you can start by doing just that. And I would say the absolute number one thing you can do in your business is manage your time. So time management is so important. Why is that? You're the CEO of your business, right? You are the one in charge. You're the one over everything. You need to have your time freed up to be able to spend on those activities. If that means that you need more time with family just to be able to focus when you are at work, you need to have that time to do it. But focusing and getting dialed in on your strategy and what the overall outlook, reach, everything of your company, the goals, all of that, what that looks like, it's all up to you. So you need to have the time to do that. Whether that, again, is you need more leisure time or you just need more time in your business. So the first way you're going to tackle this time management issue that we all have, let's be honest, the first way is track your time. So this is funny, but this kind of goes back to like tracking everything. And we hate doing it. I know that, my life is very fast paced. I have a lot of things going on at all times, a couple of businesses, different projects. It happens to all of us, right? So tracking time seems like such a waste of time. But the key is when you track your time, you see where you're wasting your time. And you really need to know what it is that you're spending your time on. Is it valuable? You decide later, but you don't know that until after you start tracking it and seeing where that time is going. So just take a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and seriously track every single thing that you're doing in your business during the day. Even if it's at night, if it's for your business, if it's around your business, track it. Find out how long it takes you to do each thing and when you're doing it, times of day, all of that. The reason that's important is I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of us have so much more energy in the mornings. We're so much more focused and clear that if we try to tackle something that's, high brain activity later in the afternoons or evenings, sometimes it takes us twice as long. So just by moving that into the morning, you can cut that time in half, right? But get a grip, just get an overall picture of when you're doing those things. The second one that you're going to do for time management is prioritize. You need to be prioritizing your activities. So again, you're going to do what you normally do for the next week, for the next 2 weeks, and track every single thing you do. Then I want you to look at everything you've done, give it a good eye, and say, which one of these are really my priorities? My priorities. Remember, as the CEO of your company, your priorities are what? To grow that company. When you're not growing, you're dying. So your number one priority is to be moving that business in the right direction. So that can be done in a million different ways, which is what we all talk about here on every single episode. We talk about ways in which you can grow your company, and that doesn't necessarily mean more people, more products, more sales. It could mean cutting costs. It could mean getting partners. It could mean a lot of things. But you need to be working on that at all times. So prioritize, figure out where have you spent that time every single day, every minute of every day, and then prioritize which activities have you been doing that are high priority. So let's talk about it. It depends on which state of your business that you're at. If you are in a high growth, maybe a newer company, first, at least 5 years, you're probably still a newer company, right? You're still trying to do that active growth. So if you're in that stage of your company, then, it's probably more sales, more customers, more revenue, whatever. It's probably in that whole thing. You need to be profit growth hacking at all times. How can you get more profits in your business and then maybe reinvesting those profits or, different ways, just increasing that revenue, increase revenue, right? So that you are increasing your profit. So increase profit. Very, very, very important, especially when you're first getting started. Again, you need that cash flow to be able to keep upping the ante. And you need that income of sales from your business. So anyway, increase profits and increase revenue. Those are probably top priority. And then, everybody's going to say, well, I need more leads. Well, do you need more leads? How can you increase your profits without getting more leads? You want to optimize. Okay, tangent. But you want to prioritize, right? So where is it that you can be working to make sure that you're making more money in your business, which is where you need to be if you are a newer business. So what are some of the activities? Those could be, making more phone calls, giving more presentations. If you need to do more presentations, if you need to just bump up that lead gen, but maybe qualified, maybe you're not getting enough qualified leads. How can you move that piece of your business so that you're generating more revenue and more profit? And then the third way that you are going to manage your time is you're going to hire somebody. Yes. So once you have tracked all of your time, once you've looked at where you're spending your time and where you should be spending your time, you're going to have your list of priorities, right? Can you get anybody to help you on your priorities? Can you hire somebody that can do, even if it's a high priority, maybe it's something that you can sort of share some of that work. So what is that? Maybe you can get appointment setters. If you know that you need to have more appointments, but you don't have the time to do the calls, maybe you can hire appointment setters. If you know that you need to be marketing more, hire somebody to do your marketing. If you know that you need to be producing more content, but it takes you forever because you're doing the video, you're doing the editing, you're doing, right? That can go on and on and on. Hire somebody to help. Maybe you still want to do all that content yourself, which I highly recommend. You doing, the face content at least, but hire somebody to do the editing, hire somebody to cut it, to repurpose it, to do all of that. That's a lot of work that you can hire out. So make sure that when you are looking at your overall structure of your business, you are focusing on time management, because how you spend your time is going to be a direct correlation in how much money your business is making. And if you are like a more seasoned business, say you've been in business 10, 15, 20 years, maybe your priorities are sort of getting out of, either fully out of the business, right? Or getting people in place so that they can run the day-to-day operations and more of that stuff that you're doing right now. So you can take a step back, little by little, right? That's the ultimate goal. You can still own that business, but take a step back as much as possible. So you need to have people in place to be able to do that. You need to have goals. You need to know where you're going before you ever even start. And the only way to do that is to manage your time so that you have the time to do what? To strategize. That is where you, as a CEO, need to spend the most of your time, right? You're going to be strategizing, and then that face of the business, if you are the one that needs to be doing the calls, if you're the one that needs to be on the appointments, that's the other part of your business where you need to spend the most time. Those two things, and you can hire out pretty much everything else in your business, right? So let's find where you can save that time. If you are interested in the book 45 and 45, just drop me a line below. I'd love to have you read that. It will give you a lot of other sort of tips and tricks on growth hacking your own business to figure out how you can save more time and increase those revenues along the way.